Hello everyone, hope you all are doing fine today and having wonderful time preparing for your IELTS exam. Yes? So today we are going to address the task in hand, and that is the IELTS most common topic, animals and animal testing. Though I am going to talk about this with respect to IELTS, however, I would like to clarify that this topic can be taken and can be watched by people who want to be fluent in talking English. Okay, so it does not relate completely to IELTS, but it can also be used or watched or listened by people who want to be fluent in English language, because these topics are very common when you go towards academic or when you are going to university or something like that. Yes, so it is a common topic to talk about nowadays, especially when it comes to preserving the wildlife sanctuaries or saving the sea life. Okay, so don't worry, even if you're not writing IELTS exam, you can watch this video and learn how to speak. And of course, if you are preparing for your IELTS exam, then there is no denying that you need to know the ideas and the vocabulary that you need to use to write or speak on this topic, animals. Okay, so do watch till the end. But before proceeding any further, let me now introduce myself a bit in brief, of course. So this is your sister Anshu here with you again to assist you with your IELTS endeavor through thick and thin. I myself have aced IELTS with ease, scoring perfect 9, and I have written twice. So I have got both the time 9. So yes, it is a difficult task, a Herculean task, but if you have consistent preparation and you know the best strategy and the simple one, you can master this IELTS exam. So the key is not to work only hard, but to work hard along with smart. Okay, you need to prepare with hard work, and also you need to prepare with smartness. So that is why I am here to guide you how to smartly tackle your IELTS exam. I try to help you all to rise and shine, of course. So don't forget to subscribe to our channels. We have two, and both the links are there. So do subscribe to our channels and press the bell icon to receive timely notification of all the videos that we upload time to time. If you have any suggestion for next topic of discussion or you want to learn that topic, do let us know by commenting below. Even if you have nothing to say, then at least support us and thank us with a thank you note in the comment box. Have already covered many topics so far on different IELTS modules, so go ahead and embark upon your journey of IELTS discovery, of course. So without further ado, let's kickstart our today's session, shall we? Let's go ahead. So today as I said, we are going to talk about animals. So you know there are different kind of animals, right? You have pet or domestic animals. You have farm or animals that you keep near your house but not inside your house to help you in different tasks. And the other one are wild animals, okay, which are found in forest zoos. So there are various questions that come up upon these type of animals. Okay, so for if you take part one questions, the questions may be, do you have any pet? Or it can be, which pet is famous in your country? Or people like to keep pet. Why? All such questions. In part two, you can get questions like describe a wild animal that you love the most, or describe a pet which is very famous in your country, describe a pet that you had during your childhood. So all these type of questions may come in part two, that is cue card. Whereas if we take part three, it is more of general and thought-provoking questions. So you may get, do you think wild animals should be kept in zoo or they should be left in the natural habitat? Or you can get, do you think people or children should have pet as a companion to ease their stress? So such type of thought-provoking questions may come in part 3. So how you must answer these questions? To answer these questions, you need to know the ideas, what are pets, how they are kept, and what you can talk about them. Similarly, as far as the writing task is concerned, the questions in part 3 almost will look like IELTS essay questions. For example, you may get that. Uh, Nowadays, some people find that wild animals should be kept in zoo to preserve them from extinction, whereas others disagree. What is your opinion? Discuss both views. Something like this. Okay. So again, there you need to know about something about wild animals, something about poaching, that is hunting, and something about animal testing, and so on. So how you should tackle these answers? So let's start by talking about something about all these type of animals. So first we are going to talk about domestic animals. So domestic animals are the pet animals or the trained animals that you keep inside your home. Alright. So pet ownership is very common nowadays. You can use this vocabulary when you are answering such questions. Pet ownership. Pet ownership means someone who has pets. So you can say pet ownership is very common nowadays in the world. Many people have dogs, cats, parrots, fish, and so on, hamsters nowadays. There are various kind of animals that people are keeping with them in their house. So you can talk about them. So what can you talk about the canines? Canines are dogs. Okay, synonym of dogs are called canines. So you can say many people own canines. The reason for them to have these trustworthy animals are they are loyal. They 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 mostly work as a security guard, I suppose, right? They work as security for a family. For example, there are various breed of dogs that are kept just for looking after the house. If there are only an old couple living in a house, they keep bulldogs and other breeds which work as a security guard for the house because they don't want or they want to keep the burglary away from their house. So you can talk about different kind of breeds if you know. There are small fluffy ones which are very cute. There are puppies which are kept in order to give children a better companion and trustworthy companion. Apart from this, they are also very loyal animals. Once they are fed, they never forget that person and they keep their loyalty till their end, even if they have to give their life. Okay, so these are some characteristic of dogs which makes them the best pet for any human being. Also, you can give scientific side. Scientifically, it is proven that children who have these canines as their companion in childhood, they are more relaxed. They have better companionship, better friendship ability in them. Also, it helps nowadays. There are some kind of canine dogs that are treated as medical assistant. You can tell as a sort of animal nurse because people who have ADHD or autism, when they become hyper, they become tense and anxious, they are given these dogs who are trained in calming down the nerves of such people. They calm, they don't leave the side of these people. They sit there, they pat them, they hold them, they try to calm these people down. So these are some scientific benefits of having dogs as a pet in your house. So you can talk all these things when you need to talk about dogs as a pet animal or even any animal that you love. The other pet, the other home animal that is famous is cats, kittens. So these small devils are very famous in many of the houses because they are like small children. They don't listen to anyone, they don't adhere to rules, but they just roam around the home. It gives a livelihood into a house. Okay, life. It gives life into a house. They always keep playing, scratching, roaming about, doing mischiefs. So many people who are lonely, who don't have any children, or who think that they do not have friends, they need someone to talk or play with, they keep these kittens to have a gala time, to have a jovial time, so that they don't feel the loneliness and they don't feel stress. And when we come to the scientific aspect, these are proven to work as a remedy for heart diseases. Okay, people with heart diseases are very much relaxed and they are less prone to heart diseases when they play with the cats or when they have a cat as a pet in their house. Like dogs and cats, many people like to have birds and other animals like hamsters and guinea pigs, etc. So I have removed hamsters and guinea pigs because they are not too prominent in this. I have not seen many people having them. But birds like parrots and other things are next to dogs and cats, and of course the fishes. So when fishes come, you can talk about different kind of fish that people need to have. They have small cups, they have large fish tanks, and they have variety of fish according to their look, according to their species, their colors, and also some of them have some religious or other importance in their life. For example, some fish are told or said to bring luck into a house, and that's why some people keep these fishes very safely in their house. No? So these are some things that you can talk about fish. When it comes to birds like parrot, even I had a parrot when I was a child, and it used to imitate me. Okay, so parrots are very good companion when you want to have a partner with whom you need to talk. Okay, because they imitate you. Whatever you say, they repeat. They are an echo of your voice. So many people keep these parrots, but there are certain things which you need to take care of when you have these as pet. Okay, they need to be taken care of like a child. They need proper feeding, not too much, not too less. They need proper attention and proper area, proper atmosphere to live a peaceful life in that cage. All right. So it is proven that whoever has parrots or other birds in their house as a pet, they have a better sense of nourishment. They have a caring habit. They have a character which is filled with care, empathy, sympathy, and nurturing because they take care of these little birds like a child. So they become emotional, they become sympathetic. So that in children, when they see from childhood, it becomes a habit for them, and when they grow up to be an adult, their habit and their behavior is just like it. They are more caring. So these are some positives which you can talk about having pets. Also, if you want to talk about negative, like why don't you like pets or why do you think people should not have pets, then what can you say? You can say various things. First and foremost, the medical issues. Okay, you can say some people are allergic to hair of dogs or cats. Yes, they are allergic to those cats. Other you can say a house which has small children. Those parents fear that the hair or the other diseases from the pets could transfer to their children, which is not good. The other threat is the danger. As they are animals, they are not predictable. Sometimes it may happen due to any natural or unnatural cause. These animals turn into dangerous ones. Okay, sometimes cats may scratch a child. Sometimes dogs may become angry and bite the children. So they are not too they cannot be taken care of all the time because they are animals like human beings. They also have a change of state in their character and behavior. So these are some dangers of having the pets in your house. So when you want to talk about negative aspects, you can say this: allergies, uncertainty of their behavior, and some diseases that may transfer from animals to human beings, especially for children and also adults, of course. And they may cause problem to your neighbors. Neighbors may not be happy with the dog barking in your house, or neighbor may not be happy with your kitten who litters around their house. So they can cause problem to the society if not trained properly or not taken care of properly. So these things you can accumulate and answer to the questions accordingly. Now, when we move towards the other type of animals, that are farm animals and wild animals. So, farm animals, of course, you all know, which help human beings in earning some living. They are farm animals. They are kept outside the house, but they are taken care of by humans. Okay, so like cows, hens, goats, sheep, horse, all these animals are farm animals which help human beings one or in other way. For example, many animals, these farm animals, are reared for their milk, meat, or other products so that it can be sold and the people can earn their livelihood. They are also used for many religious purposes because some people worship them, some people eat them, and some people just breed them or rear them to gain profit from these animals. Then the wild animals. This is one of the most controversial animals you can see because some people think they should be kept in a zoo. Some people think no, they also have a rights to live and so they should be left in the wild sanctuaries. Some people think leaving them in a wild area like forest will not have them proper food, proper nourishment, and that's why they are becoming extinct. Some think the other way. They say if they are kept in zoo, then they will not have a proper nourishment. They will lose the natural instinct of their hunting and other behavior characters. So they should be left alone. So it has always been a topic of debate. So when the question comes that do you think wild animals should be kept in zoo or in the wild, you can say your perspective in respect with proper explanation. You can say yeah, if you are going to go for the zoos, that zoos are good for animals, you can say that these animals get better lifestyle, they get proper food at time, they get the proper nourishment and atmosphere, and they are also saved from other dangerous animals which may harm them. And also, as they are taken care of medically, they will have less chance of attracting diseases which may not be curable. These are positive aspect of having zoo. When you are going to go for against, then you can say that these animals lose their natural instinct of hunting when they are kept in the zoo. Moreover, not all the zoos take care of the animals in the way they should be. Okay, there is lack of facilities in most of the zoo, and they are trained, beaten, and treated very badly just for the sake of earning profit from the zoo. For example, if you take elephants, they are treated very badly in zoos because the zoo people want them to do something to attract the visitors. And in order to do those things, these animals are tortured, trained, and not given proper nourishment, or you can say nutrition food that is needed for healthy living. So these are negative aspects of keeping these wild animals in the zoo. Other questions may be that do you think government should spend money on preserving these animals or they should be used in some other important work like education and other development? So if you think that they should be saved, then you should give positive areas such as yes, extinction is the biggest problem nowadays because, for example, if we take tigers, they are becoming extinct due to global warming or the carelessness of human beings. So it is our duty to give them an equal chance of living in this world because they are also a part of our ecosystem. It should be spent. Okay, so government should spend money on them. If you are against it, you can say that um, human beings have upper hand while on living on this earth. They need proper food, proper shelter, and proper living. So money should be spent on education and medical facilities. Whereas these animals should be left in the wild, and how they have been living for these many years, they should be left alone so that they live in the wild and they have their own way of coming out of their dangers. Okay, so it is up to you how you present these ideas into very good sentences with proper vocabulary and cohesive devices. Now coming to animal testing. Most of us know that animal testing is some animals are kept in the laboratories and they are uh, experimented on for taking medical science to a different level. For example, if a new vaccine has come into the market and if the scientists want to be sure that whether this vaccine works or not, they first try it on animals. And when it is proven to be working, then it is tested on human beings. Okay, so this is also a very debatable aspect, you can say, because many people think that this is not human, and many people think that it is okay to test the animals because human beings cannot be guinea pigs. So the people who are in support of this animal testing, they say that it helps to improve the medical science in a lot better way, and it opens door for different types of experiments that cannot be done on human beings because they have their own mind or something. Okay, and then they help in assisting and discovering new ways in giving a better life to human beings, to extend their lifespan, to decrease some diseases, and to give cure to some diseases which were not curable in olden days. And then it provides complete data for scientists to work on and do better in that area. So these are some positive things that the people who support animal testing present. However, there is always a different side to the coin because coin has different types. They have two parts actually. One is the positive, other is the negative. If we see the negative side, people who are against it, they say that this is not right. This is the violation of the rights of the animals because they have equal opportunity to live in this world because they are also part of our ecosystem. They say that the way they are treated during these experiments is not humanly correct. They are torn apart, joined together, mixed and matched with various kind of drugs which will have drastic adverse effect on their natural instincts and natural living. That's why they should not be treated like this. How humans cannot be treated like this? It's the same way for the animals. They have their own rights and they should be respectfully taken care of by the human beings because they have mind to think. They have cognitive skills which may not be present in these animals. Okay? And the other point that they put on is that it brings lots of pain. It is disastrous to see these animals suffering so much just because a human can have a healthy life or an extra 2 years in his lifespan. They also say that instead of taking animals as a guinea pig, you can take stimulation nowadays. Due to the advancement in technology and digitalization, there are various alternatives which can be used instead of using these, what you can say, these sincere and very small animals. They are actually innocent ones. They did not do anything. They are just being used for nothing. They did not do anything for which they should be punished like this. So they should not be taken into these laboratories and tried on like this. But there should be alternatives to save these animals from going through such a great pain. So these are some things that you can talk about when you have a topic on animal testing. Now, what vocabularies can you use when you're talking about animals? There are lots of things. As I said, pet ownership, animal testing, wildlife sanctuaries. Okay, you can use all these words when you're talking, when you are having a conversation, and when you're writing an essay on topic animals. The wild sanctuary, wild forest, wild animals, ferocious animals, dangerous animals. You can use all these words to describe a wild animal. Domesticated, pet ownership, home animals. These are words that you can use for pet animals or the animals that live in your home. Domesticated. Okay. Many animals, many dogs are domesticated for the purpose of companionship or security. Okay, or you can say the pet ownership has become famous nowadays because of the different type of living people are taking on due to digitalization and social distancing. Then for you can talk about the appearance of animals. Okay, for kittens or cats you can say furry, fluffy. Even dogs are fluffy. And some dogs are very fluffy. Some dogs are very hard, long, large, just like a man. If you say bulldog, they are very big, they are very large, and they are very strong. So you can use these their hairs to explain them. Then the different types of areas you can cover. For example, if you're talking about birds, they have beautiful feathers, they have large feathers, they have small feathers, they have hooves. When you're talking about goats or animals, the hooves of goats and horses mm, help them to have a strong feet on the ground. Reptiles. They are the cold-blooded ones. The crocodiles, you can tell the reptiles are very cold-blooded and ugly in nature, if you ask me, of course. Mammals that are warm-blooded with hair. Okay, mammals. Mammals are very efficient workers. Amphibians that live both on land and on the water, in the water. Okay, so you can talk about amphibians. There are many amphibians who are suffering because both land and water world is affected due to pollution. So these are some vocabularies that you can use while describing an animal. Battery farming. Battery farming is nothing but when to gain profit, certain profit gaining businesses keep various animals or the farm animals especially like hen, ducks, etc. into big cages. That is called battery farming. So battery farming is a cruel thing that is uh, practiced by great businesses to just earn profit. You can say something like this. Specimen. When you're talking about the animal testing, you can use this word. The specimen, the animal specimen suffer a lot during any experiment taken on them. Guinea pig, as I said, that is experimented on. Okay, innocent animals have become guinea pig to just give a extension of 1 year to human life, which is not morally sound. Endangered, when a species like ocean life or any wildlife, any animal or any species that is going extinct, that is dying out, for them you can say endangered. The ocean life has become endangered due to water pollution. The tiger, the species living in wild sanctuaries are endangered because of deforestation. You can say all these things, all these sentences actually, and use these words very wisely to give you good lexical resources mark. Butcher, slaughter, breed. These are for farm animals. When you are talking about farm animals, you can use these words. The ducks are butchered, the cows are slaughtered, and they bred. Okay, the ducks and the hens are bred to gain more meat and eggs. Poaching. This is one of the very common word that you can use in your writing and speaking, which gives a good lexical resources. Poaching is nothing but illegal hunting. Though there are very stringent rules against poaching, still people go about hunting and killing innocent animals just for fun or to gain their fur, tusk, and so on. Okay, so these are some ways in which you can use these words into sentences to give a boost to your lexical resources. And also, when you use these topic specific vocabulary, it shows the good command over the topic as well as the language. So do use them. So these are some ways you can tackle this topic, animals. Okay, not only for IELTS, if someone asks you about animals, you can use these sentences, these ideas, these vocabulary, and talk on them for at least 20 to 25 minutes, as I did, because you know what to speak, what they are, and how they may appear. Okay, so do use these vocabularies and ideas, construct them into very good sentences, and produce your answers for speaking as well as writing. Hope this helped, and if you think that it was useful, do subscribe to our channels and click on the bell icon to receive next pending 98 most common topics of IELTS. And if you think that you have a suggestion and you want a topic that I need to cover, which is important for you, then do comment on the comment box so that I can produce that video and help you in every possible way. So do comment, like, subscribe, and share, and keep learning and thriving to get the best band you can by watching our videos and excelling in the simple and easiest way. Happy learning, all the best.